but it's thriving in it as well. In 2 days, 95%
Here it
of our
is.
clients either
The
postponed or
news
canceled their
about the
business with us.
coronavirus.
Many businesses have been forced to operate from home during
That's
the
right.
coronavirus pandemic, and
The
Improv
news
Edge is no
about the
different.
coronavirus.
But CEO and founder Karen Huffs says restructuring a service as interactive as Improv has had its challenges. In 2 weeks, when we first got started, we had to redesign about $300,000 worth of business. Her business, which is based in Columbus, uses improv skills to teach team building, diversity, and inclusion. We use neuroscience and psychology to underpin the use of improv to make this learning incredibly engaging and meaningful and unbelievably sticky. Once offering training options from half-day to 9-month in-person workshops, Improv Edge now hosts 90-minute virtual sessions too. It's also expanded its service to help its clients navigate the digital realm. So we work with them on how to show up in front of the camera and how to deal with this online virtual world. But secondly, we also are tech consultants to them. And though the pandemic forced the company to shift its platforms, Director of Business Development Brooke Cardiff says it touches on the same subjects that are even more meaningful right now.
There is no moment where improvisation is more relevant than in talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion.
She says part of Improv Edge includes encouraging leaders to tackle difficult topics in the workplace.
How are you having conversations about race, gender, sexual orientation with your teams in the workplace in a space of empathy and authenticity that's going to shift and move the culture forward? And how are you going to develop trust with your team?
And when it comes to the concept of a team, Huff says she's thankful for her own ensemble. I've never been more proud to be a business owner and to employ people during a difficult time. I've never been more proud of the people that I'm lucky enough to work with. That's impressive. Olivia Weil. Thank you. Spectrum News.
Hey there, and good afternoon, Northeast Ohio. I'm meteorologist Ashley Beatty. Thank you so much for checking in with us for your updated weather on the One's forecast here on Spectrum News 1. It's an absolutely gorgeous afternoon across Northeast Ohio, seeing plenty of blue sky and, yes, pleasant temperatures in the mix as well. Highs for most of us remaining in the 70s, and into this evening, those numbers will be coming down very nicely. Now, notice here a stray spot shower could still develop, but the vast majority of us will stay dry, and any rain we do see is going to be very limited in terms of our coverage and intensity. So for many of us, even if you do see rain, it's not going to be much more than a couple of sprinkles. Now, pretty quickly, especially along and south of I-80, numbers will be coming down through tonight. Away from that Lake Erie influence, we're not seeing those moderated temperatures, and as we clear out, we see those readings falling pretty rapidly through the 60s. Now, overnight tonight, some of us could potentially be waking up to readings in the 50s, at least away from Lake Erie. For this evening, though, remaining in the 70s, it's not until around 11 o'clock we see 60s coming back to Cleveland itself, but from there dropping off very nicely, and we do have a really comfortable forecast for you by tomorrow morning. Again, generally lower 60s right along the lakeshore, and then notice how we drop by another 3 to 5 degrees as we get away from Lake Erie, coming down to 59 for Ashland, Canton, and look for an overnight low of 57
about the
degrees
coronavirus.
for Medina. So a nice crisp, cool start to your day
That's
tomorrow.
right.
But from there, temperatures will
The
be pretty
news
rapidly
about the
climbing.
coronavirus.
A lot of sunshine in your Tuesday forecast. So remember, starting off near 60, already by 9 o'clock, we're nearing mid-70s. That's where we'll be for your lunch hour. And from there, we'll see those temperatures continue to climb a bit through the afternoon, working their way into the lower 80s for many of us tomorrow. Some of us will be flirting with mid-80s in the forecast as well. Akron, Canton, 84 for your high tomorrow. 85 is where we're headed for Mansfield. And even right along the lakeshore, temperatures will be cooler, but I'm still forecasting 80s across the board. So 80 tomorrow for Menor, as well as Ashtabula for your highs. From there, we're going to see a big spike in our temperatures coming our way on Wednesday, jumping by about 10 degrees to a high of 91. Notice there's a little bit of a dip in here Wednesday or Thursday, Friday, but that's only because we're reintroducing chances for showers and thunderstorms late in the afternoon, early into the evening, so that won't allow our readings to warm up quite as much. However, 90s are back for that weekend forecast. More details on your Saturday, Sunday coming up in less than 10 minutes. Now your Storm Track Doppler radar.
U.S. Navy. The New Heights, a black woman is setting in the military. Next.